All right, all right, all right. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our queens and all our kings on this meeting platform and those that are on the varied YouTube platform. Peace, blessings, and enough love to you all. Thank you very much for joining us here on Deep Dive Globally Changing Lives. At this time, as usual, we are going to start off things with our signature tune, which is "In It to Win It" by our very own international singing recording artist, Queen Lerato Shadari. And so please enjoy "In It to Win It."
closing doors, please.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Lerato Shadari. Really appreciate, really do appreciate. And of course, at this time, we are going to kick things off with the mindset. Nothing to me but the mindset. Um, give you a perspective on your life. And so to give us the mindset on today is none other than our own Queen Jacqueline Warner, international inspirational speaker and entrepreneur with one of the first business that women with the first, not one of, with the first, in my view, all the way in the 1886, the Avon product actually came out, and Queen Jacqueline Warner is one of those persons. Not that she was born in 1886, however, um, she was, or she still is, one of those entrepreneur, starting with that business um, that was founded in 1886. So she's an entrepreneur and, of course, a talk show host. In addition to that, she has 9 grandchildren and one more is on the way. Oh my goodness. And so she'll be speaking today on the topic different types of heart disease. Different types of heart disease. So without any further ado, over to you, Queen Jacqueline Warner.
Hi, good evening to everyone everywhere, especially here on Deep Dive, globally changing lives. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Derek, for that amazing introduction. And thank you for this amazing platform. And also, for your service throughout the years and this new year, 2026. We're still diving deep. And thank you to all the amazing members that show up all the time, giving their full support and gaining knowledge and wisdom with understanding. And we got to be so grateful to our Heavenly Father for making this all possible, no matter the circumstances or situations we all face on our daily lives. And yes, tonight the topic is about different heart disease. And heart disease is almost like the number one before you could say cancer, because cancer also is on the rise, but so is heart attacks and strokes and kidney disease. So people are suffering, but it all depends on the choices that we make on a daily basis. So tonight we're just going to share that topic, and we're going to learn about guarding our heart. God talks about it in the word, and understanding and strengthening and honoring the life within. So the heart is more than a muscle, or even more than just chest pain. It is a rhythm of our life, the engine of our body, and biblically, the seat of our emotions, our thoughts, and spiritual direction. So every beat is a gift. Yet heart disease remains one of the leading causes of illness and death worldwide, everywhere, often developing quietly. Sometimes it doesn't even give warning. Some people go to the bathroom and they experience a heart attack just like that. Or people just not start feeling, oh, I'm not feeling too well, and boom, a heart attack. So the good news, many forms of heart disease are recognizable, So we are able to recognize it. And when we're able to recognize it, we're able to do something about it. It's also preventable and it's manageable when we choose awareness and intentional living. Now, today we will explore the different types of heart disease and how to recognize early signs, ways to optimize heart function, and the powerful role that food and lifestyle choices play in protecting this vital organ. Now, the different types of heart disease we can recognize, number one is the coronary artery disease, abbreviated as CAD. And this is the most common form of heart disease, and it occurs when plaque builds up in the arteries, restricting blood flow to the heart. And a good way to recognize a plaque is like when you have plaque in your dent, on your in your mouth, in your teeth, so it's that white, chalky, heavy stuff. So imagine that in your arteries, and it blocks the heart from doing its major function, pumping the blood. Okay. So the recognizable signs may include like chest pain or pressure in your chest cavity, shortness of breath, fatigue, pain radiating to the arm or your jaw or back. So often, CAD develops silently over years, making lifestyle choices even critical. And number two, of course, is heart attack, the myocardial infarction. A heart attack occurs when the blood flow to the part of the heart is blocked. And the warning signs may include intense chest discomfort, nauseous and or dizziness, cold sweats, and sudden weakness. Okay, so immediate medical attention is needed, which can save lives. And that happens in seconds, not in an hour or half an hour. It actually happened in seconds. And that's why it's so important for, in the home, that someone there knows CPR. They can help save the life of a loved one. CPR is very important. Or you can even help a stranger. Never know when that time or situation occurs because it's sudden. Now, heart failure does not mean the heart stops. It means it cannot pump efficiently. And that's the reason there is no blood flowing. There is a blockage. And those symptoms may include the swelling in the legs, ankles or feet. Many times I see people with swollen ankles and feet, and I know that they are sick. Because it's abnormal, and yet they go continuously to the doctor with the swelling never going down, and they're taking all sort of medications. I work in the medical field for years, so I have seen this over and over and over again with no relief. Shortness of breath, persistent fatigue, rapid heartbeat, even water in the lungs. And then number four, we have arrhythmias. That's irregular heartbeats. And these occur when the heart beats too fast or too slow or irregularly. And signs may include, palpitations. And I know sometimes we experience those things, not knowing exactly what is going on. And it goes away and we think it's okay. But anything like that should cause concern, and it should be looked in medically. Okay? Lightheadedness, anxiety attacks. Sometimes we just think, oh, maybe we're stressed out. Maybe that's the reason I'm for the anxiety. And sometimes we just take things for granted and we don't look into them any further. And we don't take them as a point of an alarm, you know? And fainting spells. Sometimes we feel like we're going to faint, but because it doesn't fully occur, we shake it off and we move on. I feel great now. I'm okay. But we don't find out, well, what caused that? Why do I feel this way? So it's good to question ourselves. It wouldn't seem abnormal or crazy, you know? It's good to question yourself and see what's going on. Maybe I need to let my doctor know, you know, what's going on. Maybe I need to call and get an annual physical just to check things up and make sure that everything is okay. There's nothing wrong visiting your physician on an annually basis just to make sure things are good. And number five, and we know what that is, high blood pressure, hypertension. Is often called the silent killer. And it may show no symptoms whatsoever, you know, until damage has occurred. Okay, so unchecked, it increases the risk of a stroke, a heart attack, and kidney disease. You know, I was just talking to an old time school teacher of my daughter, and I was telling him about my daughter, and then he told me, you know, wow, I had a stroke, you know, and God knows that if it could have been prevented, if he only was aware of the things that will cause the stroke and how we need to clean our system and the things we need to eat and the things that we don't need to eat. So our health plays a major role in all our lives, you know, and how to keep and optimize our heart function. So optimizing our heart health is not about perfection. It is about daily intentional choices that we have to make on a daily basis. You know, we got so caught up sometimes in our jobs and all the circumstances and all the things that's going on, we forget about the main important person, you, me. And the time you get to focus on it is when something goes wrong. And some of the times we can't even focus because we're too sick. We're too sick, and we can't wait till we're too sick because then we can't help ourselves. And we can have to depend on others who might not even have the same mindset or know how to care or how to help. So the key heart healthy habits will be regular movement. We take it for granted, walking, stretching, a light cardio. Consistency, most of all, matters more than intensity. And a lot of us are guilty of that, including myself. Sometimes I'm not consistent. But it costs me when I'm not consistent. And we know it costs us because we can see the results. Our body talks to us all the time, but sometimes we don't listen because we're too caught up, you know, I got to get to work. Some people so focused on their job that they're not even focused on themselves. And what happened when they get sick? Not even a job is there for you. And if you're not in tune with your family, they're not wholly there for you either. Because your focus was not about your family, your focus was not about yourself, your focus was all about a job. Yes, we got to pay our bills, but we got to take care of ourselves at the same time. Stress management. Chronic stress strains the heart. But prayer, deep breathing, and stillness restore balance. And most sometimes that's the missing link. A lot of us don't pray enough. We don't include God in everything that we do. We put him on a shelf. We forget about him until something happens, and then we're calling on his name, and we want healing, and we want, you know, a miracle to happen. But you got to have a relationship. You got to know how to do deep breathing, to relax, take time out for ourselves, and be still sometimes. God talks about it in his word. He gave us everything that we need for us to be balanced and have a balanced life, beside the unbalance that's around this world. The world is unbalanced. We don't need to be unbalanced with it. Okay? We got to get quality sleep, and that plays a major role. Even if we believe that, hey, 4 hours, I feel okay. But you don't know if your heart is okay with it. You don't know if your lungs is okay with it. You don't know if your liver or kidneys, your spleen, your colon, you don't know if those things are okay with it. We just assume that we feel good, that it is good. But feel good doesn't mean that it's good. Till something erupts and then you say, oh my God. Or people on the outside said, well, I just saw that guy or that lady yesterday. Well, she looked it healthy. Oh my God, I didn't know she was sick. And sometimes we self don't know that we are sick until it gets to that boiling point, until our cup run it over, you know? And then we got hydration. We're not drinking enough water. You know, we're drinking the energy drinks. We're drinking these waters that say they got vitamins in it. In that case, if you want vitamins, why not go to the health food store and find out what vitamins you can take? Or why not look for the vegetables and fruits that contains the vitamins that we so need? But we take in our lot, this vessel that God has loaned onto us for granted. We don't take it serious. That means we're not taking him serious. Simple as that. Because if we're not following his commands, we're really not in tune with him whatsoever. We're just living, not even living, surviving. Basically, because living is when you're enjoying your life, you have longevity, you're eating the things you got to eat, you're having fun, and you're just enjoying the life that God has given it unto us. Do regular checkups. And I know men most likely is guilty of this. They don't like going to the doctor. When they do go, it's when something is wrong. But go when something is not wrong. Don't God say pray in season and out of season? That don't mean you wait till something is bad. You go when things are good and because you want to keep it good. You don't wait till it's bad because when it's bad, it's bad. So your heart responds to how we treat it. If you treat it good, it's going to be good. And that means physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Because we don't know what's all going on inside. I always say we don't have radioactive eyes, so we can look inside and say, okay, my heart looks good. It's pumping good. Those valves look strong. Oh, my kidney looks so nice and clean. It's filtering so well. We do not have X-rated eyes to look inside and see. Is when something, it gives us warning signs. We take them for granted. Continuously, we abuse ourselves. Ourselves do not abuse us. We abuse self. Foods to avoid versus foods that heal the heart.
Mm.
Foods to avoid or limit. High
Dr. Home again,
processed
Dr. Christopher.
foods. We got to get away from it. We have to. If we want longevity, if we want to enjoy life, the real life, you know, excessive sugar. You know, I was explaining to someone they was drinking these monster drinks. I said, the word even monster, do you even look at the word on the can? It says monster. That means you're turning yourself into a monster. And 45 grams of sugar. That's equivalent to almost a week and a half of sugar. That doesn't make any sense. And imagine if you drink two of those. What kind of treatment, what kind of abuse, not treatment, abuse we're doing to our very organs. Trans fat and fried foods. Okay, you might not understand trans fats, but look it up and find out what it is and what's the requirement and how much of it we should look, should be in our bodies or the intake for a daily intake. We need to find those things out. You got to be about you. And being about you takes time and it takes effort. You got to be diligent about it. Processed meats, those cold cuts. Yes, it's an easy meal, but it's an easy and slow death. And we don't look at it that way. But we need to look at these things this way. Because when you look at them in a deadly way, you're gonna you're gonna say, I ain't doing that no more. I'm gonna try my best. I remember it, I think it was back in 2007, and I saw this, late morning, early morning, around 3 a.m. as usual. And this guy was on there and he was talking about these processed meats. And I used to do these processed meats because I think that's when Oscar Mayer had the smoked turkey and the ham in a big old package. You don't see it anymore, but that was some time back. And I would be making that for breakfast in the morning to get off to work. But when he showed that, I said, "Oh my gosh, look how I'm killing myself and don't even know it." So right away, I got rid of it immediately because he was going in people's refrigerator, taking out all kind of stuff, and they were begging and saying, "No, that's good. I like that. Oh my gosh, no!" You know, because we get comfortable with the things that are not good for us, and we get uncomfortable with the things that's good, and we don't want to believe it. Well, I've been doing this for so many years. Yes, it's going to come a time when it will affect you, when your metabolism slows down, you're not moving that much, you're in retirement age, and here come all these ailments, and you want to know where they're coming from. Is it because I'm not working anymore? No. It's all about that. All that time you was abusing what we was abusing oneself, and we didn't realize it. And when we did realize it, we did nothing about it. Stay away from processed meats. A matter of fact, they start turning colors and they grow this white film on them. That's the bacteria. Once you open it, if you don't eat it in one serving, you need to toss it in the garbage. Simple as that. I'm telling you the truth. Excess sodium. Not only the salt that you put in your food, because God talks about salt, salt is for flavor. What is the kind of salt you use? You're not reading the canned goods that you're picking up or the things that you're buying in the store. You're not looking at the sodium in them. Some of them is 570 grams of sodium. I always look at the sodium. If it's a little, I try to not get anything 500 and 680. Yes, and when you buy canned stuff, they are preserved by sodium, and sodium is salt. Okay, we don't know what kind of salt it is. Some might say sea salt. They're getting smart now. They might put sea salt to make you feel a little comfortable. But sodium is sodium, and too much of it is not good for the heart. Okay, and those sugary beverages, saccharose, fructose, all these things, no good. Artificial sweeteners. In that case, make you some lemon juice. You can make lemon juice. You can make apple juice. You can make a grape juice if you want, smoothies, all these things that are good and natural. Stay away from these store-bought stuff. You will see how fast these supermarkets have to change if we only is obedient, not only to the law or the world, but to God. And we will avoid all these situations. So these foods actually inflame the body, they clog our arteries, and they burden the heart over a time. Over a time. It didn't say tomorrow. It didn't say yesterday. It says over a time. It weakens the heart. And we need the heart more than we need any other organ. Even all of them are important. Now, heart healthy foods to embrace is like fresh fruits and vegetables. Dr. Derek talks about it, how many years he started his journey on the lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle. And so we just got to take heed, find the good sources, find farmers market, and get out there and investigate and ask questions and talk and speak. That's why God give us a voice. Let's talk and don't be ashamed to ask questions and put people on the spot. I like doing it because they really be on the spot. They don't even know how to answer you, and right there you already got your answer. They don't even have to go ask anybody else. Whole grains, nuts and seeds, legumes, healthy fats like olive oil and avocado oil, not these vegetable oils and canola oil and the seeded oils. Those oils are no good. And most of all, you probably don't even need that much oil. If you're eating salads and stuff, you just need to drizzle it over your salad. You know, there's good things that you can eat. Stop with the salad. Those salad bought stores bought salad dressings. They got so many other dressings out there, and dressings from Italy and so forth, and made with olive oil and different oils, not different oils, but olive oil and different fruits and stuff that they mix together and make like a balsamic vinegar style dressings. They're out there, and you can make your own. You could put some olive oil together, put some oregano in there and some thyme, and let it diffuse. You know, and sprinkle it over your salad. It's so delicious. It's so refreshing. Herbal teas and water. Buy the natural herb itself, and you can buy natural tea bags, and you can put it into it and draw and steam your tea, not boil it. You look for the healthy ways out. Convenience is good, but it also is bad. And God said it in His Word over and over and over. You know, there's good and bad in everything. And that's a concept that we need to hold on to and let us be on our hearts so we don't forget. God always said there's good and bad in everything. It helps you to make better decisions, even when you don't know. So food is not just fuel, it is information for the body. What we eat either feeds disease or it feeds life. It's either or. There is no middle. We don't need to say but, but, take but out of the vocabulary. It is left or right, yes or no. Okay? And just to summarize, heart disease comes in many forms. But awareness gives us power. By recognizing early signs and nurturing healthy habits, reducing harmful foods, and embracing whole, nourishing nutrition, we create an environment where the heart can thrive. So, heart health is not built in a day, it is built in daily choices. So, I thank each and every one of you for your listening here. And I hope this topic, not only the topic, but the information will rest on your heart and help each and every one of us to make better choices as we embrace a new and healthy lifestyle. Thank you so much, Dr. Derek. Appreciate this platform.
All right, all right. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner,
Thank you,
the
Dr. Derek.
naturopathic doctor. Listen,
Working my way, working my way.
when I was going high school, I think it was second form. Was in second form at high school, and of course this was a technical high school. And there was our English teacher, and our English teacher said to us um, that we were not English. No, sorry, not English teacher, biology teacher. Sorry, biology teacher. So she was doing biology on the digestive system, and she said, um, "Class, red meat is very, very, very difficult to digest. Even so that it, even at age 45,
Mm.
at age 45, there will be 40% of undigested red meat lodged in
Mm.
your bowels."
Wow.
And I was like, what?
Mm.
And that was the first time that I cut off of red meat
Wow.
back in high school.
Mm.
So when I went home crying because I didn't want no red meat lodged in my bowels at 45.
Oh my Lord.
So I run go home and I cry to mommy. Mommy, I don't want no more red meat.
Mm.
And so she said, why? I said, so the teacher said that when I reach age 45, there'll be 40% of undigested red meat
Mm.
lodged in my bowels. And I don't want no dead animal smelling up my
Mm.
bowels. So therefore, that was when I stopped eating red meat,
Wow.
and all of that. The only thing I ate was fish and chicken,
Chicken.
and that was from high school.
Wow.
Yeah, high school, 13, 14. So
Wow.
my that's when my journey actually started. And
Mm.
then I went to um, a medical missionary course in 1998, and they said that really and truly, flesh, the blood, especially the blood, not good for your body. And that is how disease
Mm.
is
Yeah.
transmitted. So most 95% of diseases that the human race have
It's from
come
the.
from eating flesh. Let me say that again.
Mm.
95% of diseases that is affecting the human race today is as a result of eating flesh. Why? Because the blood is what transport everything that is in this animal to
Into. Mm.
another animal. Red blood, because the life, the word of God, Exodus says the life of the flesh is in the blood. So God tell us that long time, that is Moses, right? That, Moses. You understand? That was way, way over 4,000 years ago. The life of the flesh is in the blood. Let us stop eating blood, because blood is what makes the way
Disease.
to do that. Because when you go to the supermarket, in order to make the flesh look fresh, they actually pour blood on it.
Mm.
That's how it looks fresh. That's how it looks so fresh. So first of all, they're not cutting it and draining it and all those things. So you have to find, if you're going to eat flesh, you need to find a kosher butcher market.
A halal.
Most of them is run by the Jews, right? Most of them is run by Jews. So if you're eating flesh, that's the way to eat it. Them and that's what my grandmother used to that well, that was a chicken I used to eat actually. 'Cause my grandmother used to kill our own chicken. The first time I see
Know the
my
blood.
grandmother kill chicken, I I I vomit and faint and my eye them turn over, and oh my goodness, and she hung up the chicken up in the ear,
Mm.
till the next day. And then she wash it out with lime and this, and oh my goodness, So that is how you really to eat chicken. And if you notice, that's why them grandmother and great grandmother did live so long, because they did eat good, right? They did
Yep.
eat good. It's not that way. We do well. We shouldn't eat flesh. We weren't. Our digestive system wasn't made for flesh, really and truly. All right. But the blood especially. Let us change our lifestyle. Because that's the only way to get changes, is to change your lifestyle. All right. So thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner, naturopathic doctor. Thank you very much.
You're
Over to
welcome.
you, Queen Dr. Tunishai A. Ford.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening.
Queen JW, Doctor, Doctor.
Oh gosh.
Excellent presentation, very profound from the heart, very knowledgeable. Thank you so much. My mother used to always say, and you may have heard this before, she said, it's not the one who is sick the most, it's the one who is the sickest.
Yep.
Does that make sense? Have you ever heard that one before?
I
A
think I
lot of
heard it
times, people,
before.
you have people who always appear to be sickly. They're always sickly,
Yep.
and then and then you get the ones who appear to be in perfect health, and then they are diagnosed with this disease, and within a couple of months, they're out of here.
Exactly. It's true.
They're out of here, And so, just your message alone, I made up in my mind that 2026 is going to be very different for me, and you used a very profound word, and the word is intentional.
Yep.
Intentional. It doesn't happen haphazardly. That means that whatever you are doing, not only just with your physical body, but your finances, your spirituality,
Yep.
everything has to be intentional. And you all know that I am a cancer survivor. And
Yes.
I wasn't even diagnosed until I was in the fourth and last stage.
Oh my lord.
And I told you that before, so I'm not
Yes,
trying to bore you with that information. You know that,
I
but
know
it's
that.
just a reminder. And when I met my doctor, he thought I was the picture of health. But I had a tumor growing in my chest and one on my spine.
Mhm.
And that's all because, I was working, I was chasing the dollar, doing what most people do, and so I think about things like that. And like a lot of the insidious diseases that we have, including the heart condition, heart attacks and things like that, they come from three sources. Number one, I think the number one would be stress.
Yep.
It's number one, stress. And we live in a society where we think that stress is okay. It's
Mhm.
normal to be stressed out. But I know that God has given us a low stress tolerance, not a high stress tolerance. Think about
Yep.
that. Everything in your body is supposed to work in sync, okay? And when it's out of sync, something is going to be helter skelter. Your spiritual man, your emotion, your soulish realm, and your body, your physical body is going to let you know something is drastically wrong, and you
Yep.
need to fix it. So stress is number one. Secondly is what we put in our body, the food. And like you said, the food that we eat has the natural nutrients, whether you eat flesh or not, like Dr. Derek said, eating kosher. But whatever you're doing, you need to be intentional
You do.
in what you eat. And thirdly, it's hereditary. Some people have diseases and it's because it's in their genes. And once they figure that out, then they need to really work hard at controlling their stress level, their diet, and making sure that they watch themselves. That's
Yeah.
important. So it's a journey, and it's not an easy
Yeah.
journey, and it's expensive. I'm going to say that it's expensive to eat good, but it's even more expensive when you're sick.
Yes, indeed.
It's expensive. There you go, Dr. Derek. It's expensive to eat well, but it's even more expensive when you get sick. So I'd rather spend a little extra dollars in eating
Yep.
right than giving it to the doctor. So,
You're sure
Queen
right.
JW, excellent presentation as
Thank
always.
you. Thank
Thank you
you.
for your candor. Thank you just for your research. Thank you for having a heart to help us live our best life in 2026. Thank you so
Amen.
much, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate you also. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. T. Really appreciate. Um, a friend of mine went to the hospital, the emergency the other day, and he felt some pain of the other. I don't remember what it was. Some pain. Um, and when he rushed to the hospital, the emergency, and you know, run two little tests, took drawing blood, um, took his pressure, and and something else. Three things they did. Three things they did. 30 minutes,
Huh.
30, 35, 36 minutes. And they told him that his muscles was contracting. That was what it was. His muscle. So he thought it was a heart attack, but it was just his muscles, chest muscles tightening up. So
Oh.
it wasn't anything to worry about. He got a bill in the mail for
Imi- Yep.
$6,782.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord.
I said, wow,
Yeah. The emergency room
seriously?
is a money making
30
and
minutes, three tests,
mm,
blood tests, the thing they put around the an ear,
yep, the blood pressure cuff.
right? And the temperature test. Three tests.
And the IV. Don't forget the IV.
Oh, that yes. No,
That's
no, 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 no. He never get no IV.
oh, he get no IV. That was surprising.
No. Three
Oh my
things they did.
gosh.
They was going to do the urine test, but
Hmm.
it never bothered.
And don't forget you're
Three
seeing the
things they
doctor.
did. Eh?
Don't forget about just seeing the doctor. Don't forget that was probably $1,000, right?
More than that.
And they saw two or
Three
three
things.
doctors.
Three things they did.
Oh my
Three.
Lord.
Three things they did. Only three. They put on this thing here and take the pressure. They put the thing in the mouth
Oh.
to take temperature, and they draw blood.
Oh.
36 minutes.
Oh Lord. That's
36
uncalled for.
minutes. And a 6,000 plus bill came to him.
Mm.
So don't play. No ambulance, no
Mm-mm.
nothing.
Don't even call the
No
ambulance. That's a
ambulance,
separate entity.
no ambulance, no nothing else.
You better walk to emergency.
I used to tell my kids, y'all call me first. Don't y'all dare call the ambulance.
My.
Because I knew that was a
So,
fee.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, you
So,
better walk to emergency.
That's your best bet.
yeah,
Don't
Wow.
be making alive.
borrow if you can't walk, borrow a
Call
shopping
lift.
cart and make somebody push you.
Or get somebody's scooter. Say, scoot over, baby. Listen, I got the
Get a
scoot to the
shopping cart
emergency
and let somebody push you. Cause I tell you,
room.
serious.
What a mess we living in. Oh, my Lord,
Lord
help
have
us.
It's
mercy.
serious. It's serious. It's serious. I almost fainted. So what? No, I nearly get high blood pressure with
Uh-uh.
that information. Anyway, that is how that roll. So you just have to be careful. Anyway, all right, wonderful. Thank you very much once again, Queen Jacqueline Warner.
Yes, thank you, Dr.
That
Derek.
was just awesome, awesome sauce. Really appreciate, really
Yeah, it
appreciate.
was very good.
Who is that? Oh, I think I hear somebody. Okay, so we're going to go with a little self-actualization. Self-actualization, maybe we about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, thereabout. Um, going to take a look at self-actualization. All right.
Yeah.
So just bear with me a few. Okay. So understanding self-actualization. Very important. Very important. Know yourself, basically. Right? Self-actualization is a concept that refers to the realization or fulfillment of one's talent, of your potential, and of your abilities. This concept was polarized by psychologist Abraham Maslow as the pinnacle of his um, hierarchy of need. It is often considered the highest level of psychological development in which an individual achieves personal growth and self awareness. It's so important the mindset is, because the mindset is what makes us have the personal growth that we have and also our self awareness. So let us look at some characteristics, key characteristics. All right. Self awareness. Self awareness, a deep understanding of oneself, including one's strength, one's weakness, one's desire, and emotions. Acceptance. Acceptance of one's self and others with a realistic view of the world and an understanding of human nature. Autonomy, independence in thought and action, making decision based on personal value rather than societal pressure. A lot of us allow the society to pressure us into what we do or don't do. Please make sure that when you make a decision, it's based on your personal values and not what society or your mother-in-law or your daughter-in-law or your sister-in-law or your brother or whoever. No. Purpose and meaning, a sense of purpose and a clear understanding of one's goal and what gives life meaning. Continual growth, because growth is continual. You don't grow and then stop. Growth is continual. A commitment to personal growth and the pursuit of new experiences and knowledge. Peak experiences, moments of intense joy, creativity, and fulfillment, often described as transformative. Empathy and compassion. A strong sense of empathy and compassion for others, leading to meaningful relationships and a desire to contribute positively to society. And especially men like to do the little one night stand. All right. That self-actualization, you know, is frowns on that. Authenticity, living in a way that is true to oneself with honesty and integrity. Creativity, and I want to tell you that is the only thing that we have, really and truly. The only thing that we really have or possess is our integrity. All right? Money come and money go. House come, house go. Car come, car go. Job come, job go. The only thing we have in this life is our integrity. Creativity, a creative approach to problem solving and a willingness to think outside the box. Appreciation of beauty, a heightened appreciation for the beauty in life, not your beauty, beauty in life, nature, and human achievements. The importance of self awareness and personal growth. Self awareness and personal growth are crucial components of personal development and overall well being. Here's why they are important. Self awareness. Understanding strengths and weaknesses. Self-awareness helps you recognize your strengths and weaknesses, allowing you to leverage your strengths and work on improving areas of weakness. Decisions. Decision making. By understanding your values, emotions, and motivations, you can make more informed and aligned decisions. Better relationships, that is what it brings. Being aware of your own emotions and behavior can lead to higher, healthier, and more empathetic interaction with others, enhancing personal and professional relationships. Emotions regulations. Self-awareness allows you to better manage your emotions, leading to reduced stress, what Queen Dr. T just talked about, and Queen Jacqueline Warner, reduced stress and improved mental health. Authenticity. It encourages living authentically, aligning actions with true values and belief, leading to a more fulfilling life. Personal growth. Increased resilience. Personal growth fosters resilience, helping you adapt to changes and overcome challenges more effectively. Achievement of goals, continuous growth help you set and achieve personal and professional goals, leading to a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Enhance skills. It encourages the development of new skills and knowledge, which can lead to career achievement and personal enrichment. Greater fulfillment. Personal growth contributes to a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment as you pursue passion and interests. Positive impact. As you grow personally, you are better equipped to make a positive impact on the world around you, contributing to a well being of others and society as a whole. Together, self awareness and personal growth lead to a more balanced, content, and successful life, enabling you to reach your full potential and make meaningful contribution to the world. Definition of service. Service refers to the act of helping or doing work for others, often without impacting anything in return or expecting, sorry, often without expecting anything in return. It involves contributing time, effort, and resources to meet the needs of individuals, communities, or causes. Service can take many forms, such as volunteering, providing assistance, or engaging in act of kindness. Role of service in personal fulfillment. Sense of purpose. Engaging in service provides a sense of purpose and meaning as it allows individuals to contribute to something larger than themselves. Connecting with others, service fosters connection with others and build a sense of community, enhancing social bonds and reducing feelings of isolation. empathy, and compassion. It cultivates empathy and compassion as serving others often involve understanding and addressing their needs and challenges instead of just focusing on your own. And some quotes: abundance is not something we acquire, it is something we turn into. Wayne Dyer. Gratitude turns what we can, gratitude turns what we have into enough. Aerosol. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Stop beating up yourself. Oprah Winfrey. See yourself living in abundance and you will attract it. It always works. It works every time with every person. Bob Proctor. Expect the best. Prepare for the worst. Capitalizing on what comes. Zig Ziglar. I thank you very much. I hope these few words were inspiring and brought you to some knowledge of life in general. Thank you very much. Really appreciate. All right. Any questions or comment or anything that anyone want to divulge? Yes, Queen Dr. Tunishai Ford.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. Self-actualization is a term that I haven't heard in a long time. That's a term that many people don't use. I remember when I first had a desire to do public speaking, that's something that I always talked about, becoming self-actualized. And I always ask the question, and let me know if you agree with this, Dr. Derek. I always ask the question, how many people really achieve becoming self-actualized? You know, I think right now our society is more geared towards notoriety, financial gain. But how many people really work on character building?
Not many.
Okay. So that's what I think. Because to me, and I'm really being authentic and I'm being honest about it. It is more important to me, like you said, integrity. It is more important to me to have integrity. It's more important to me to have a good name because it's not about me trying to be a man pleaser. But when you talk about Dr. T, I don't want to leave a nasty taste in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I am. Okay. But very few people right now, and maybe it's just because it's like that we live in that microwave mentality where I want everything instantly. And when I do work hard for something, it's something that's tangible. You know, maybe a degree, or maybe it's a vehicles and homes and how much you have in your bank account. And don't misunderstand me. There's nothing wrong with those things, but in perspective. So I always used to ask myself, how many people actually become self-actualized? So Dr. Derek, what do you think? I mean, is this something you give us a lot of great information, but how realistic is that for people to actually reach that plateau? What do you think?
Unfortunately, not even persons that go to church or go to the
Mm-hmm.
sanctuary think in that lines. I think, I believe that just like what the word of God says, that we are living in the days of Laodicea,
Mm-hmm.
which is if you look in Revelation, I think is Revelation 1 and Revelation 2, that deals with the seven churches. And Laodicea is the lukewarm church that um, don't think that they need any self-actualization, because this church this church believes that um, you know we have to look to ourselves.
Mm.
We have to just look to ourselves,
Hmm.
and everything that we do is to build ourselves. That's where we are, and that's what the microwave society caters to, right? Um, Dog eat dog, and so even instead of instead of like-minded people, which is persons who believe that there is a heaven to gain and a hell to shun, we don't have that mentality, really. We still have, most still have the dog eat dog mentality. Try to grab as much as I can for me and maybe my family. And everybody have to do that for themselves. And so self-actualization is not a statement that, you know, majority of society don't even bother with anymore. Even jobs used to look or hire people based on integrity, but now you can do the job. Yes, all right. Do deal with it, right? And so, sorry, integrity is really a thing of the past, because integrity cannot pay a bill. Integrity cannot pay your rent or your mortgage, right? So therefore, um, people don't look at that. But my goal, and this is what I even do at the sanctuary that I attend, is that my goal is to help persons to recognize that, just like how in Philippians, um, God Himself said, well, Paul said to the the Philippians, let this mind be in you that was in Christ Jesus. That is the mind that we should have as followers of Christ. And so it's not about money in the bank, how many houses, how many cars, how many good nice suit you have, etc., etc. No, it's letting the mind of Christ captivate you, and that is why the mindset is very important to me. Let the mind of Christ be in you, that you will be up. Look at Daniel. Daniel is one of my primary characters in the word, right? And when the men them was trying, the big men them, so to speak, was trying to find something against him, a flaw in his character, they couldn't. They look left, they look right, they look up, they look down, they look round the town. Is he cheating? Is he sleeping around? Is he embezzling? Is he what? What? Nothing. They could not find anything. And that is what I want to bring back to society, especially among people that say we are children of God. Thank you. If you're talking, you're muted.
I'm sorry. I believe that we are probably the worst offenders of God's word, we as believers, because we become so lackadaisical in our walk with Him. You know, David said, I hid the word in my heart so that I might not sin against Him. You know, a lot of people have the head knowledge. They can tell you where the scriptures are found.
Yep.
You know, they talk a good game and they're
Yeah.
very eloquent, but it's the word of God in their DNA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is in their DNA, and that's where it counts. And I'm not saying we're going to be perfect people because we're not. He's not asking you to be perfect, but he is asking you to
Well, he
acknowledge that
is.
you are not perfect. You know, he's asking you to acknowledge that you need me. He wants us to acknowledge that you need him. He wants you to acknowledge that you cannot become self-actualized without him. And that's where a lot of people fall short. You know, and that's why I say every single day we are supposed to humble ourselves before him. And the most important thing is, like he said, you love him with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. And what's the other commandment? To love your neighbor as you love yourself. And so many people walk around in self-hatred. So how can they love someone else authentically? So that's why I asked the question, you know, how many people actually are walking around self-actually? It's a chore, it's a journey. But I believe that it can be achieved in our lifetime. Like that, like JW said, intentionally. If we put an intentional effort towards that, I believe that we can achieve that with God. We can do all things through Christ that
Beautiful.
strengthens us.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And you see, I think the issue really is, Queen Dr. T, is that we think that perfection is something you arrive to.
Right. Something
You
that you
arrive to it. Oh, I am
right,
perfect.
right.
No, perfection is a journey.
A journey.
Being
Yes.
perfect is a journey, a
Yes.
daily journey with Christ. And that is why Christ himself, in Matthew 5, I think, Matthew 5:40 something, he said, be ye perfect
As I,
as
yeah.
your Father in
Mm,
heaven is
it's
perfect.
perfect.
So,
Yes.
it is possible for us to be
Mm-hmm.
perfect. Because if we go also to Job chapter 1, I think, somewhere in Job chapter 1, when the devil was trying to put down Job, Christ said to the devil, listen, have you considered
Children.
my servant Job?
So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He is perfect in
amen.
all his ways.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Mm-hmm.
is for God to announce that we are perfect, not for us
Amen.
to big up our chest and, you know,
I'm
I
perfect.
I am a follower of Christ. I am perfect. Yeah, no, no, mm-mm, mm-mm. No, no. You are to live daily, dying, and that is why Paul is a heavy duty hitter, in the word, die daily, and that is
Daily.
what you and I don't want to do. We don't even want to die once, much less to die daily. We don't even want to die once, much less to die daily.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But we have to. The wages of sin is death. Romans 3, I think. The wages of sin is death, right? So you have to die.
Mm,
You you're going to die. However, it is either you're going to choose to die outside of Christ,
I
Yes.
or you're going to die
in
In
Christ.
in
Christ.
Christ.
In Christ. Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
That is the two-way to go.
Yes.
All right? So you have to
Yes.
choose one, and you have to choose. And if you don't choose, you choose. Because we are born in sin. I think
Yes.
that's Psalms 51. We are born in sin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So
Mm-hmm.
we have to now choose to stay in sin or to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of
Yeah.
sin, all of sin,
For sure.
every one of
Yep.
us, Romans again, every one of us sin.
Mm-hmm.
right? So the only way to get out of it is to die daily in Christ.
Yes, Lord.
That's it.
Yes, Lord.
All right.
Thank you,
And it is
Amen.
possible.
It is.
And
It's
that is
tried.
why Christ came as an example to show us that,
Boom.
watch this. And I think I'm going to say this at church this weekend.
As
Watch
if.
this. If um if 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 you were a kung fu expert or a martial art expert, or if you have a gun, or if you have a knife, or if you have a taser, and somebody was to attack you,
Mm.
Hmm.
what would you do?
Mm.
You're gonna use the weapon you have
You're
available.
going to use the weapon you have. Beautiful. Now, a lot of people say that Christ had an advantage. Now, when you have an advantage, it is harder. It is more harder not to use the advantage that you have. It's more harder.
Yep.
So as some people say, well, Jesus Christ is God, so but that means it was harder for him to humble himself. Because
Yeah.
if I have an advantage and I am attacked, then I am going to use what I have.
Yes.
It is harder,
For Jesus.
much more harder
Mm-hmm.
to have an advantage and don't use it.
Can't use it.
Not can't. Don't use it. Choose
Not
not
can't
to
use
use
it,
it
but don't use it.
and
Yes.
don't use it. Okay? Harder.
Yeah, because there
Okay?
was a will that had to be fulfilled.
Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
understand that, but he could have choose
He
to
could have. You're
turn
right.
this
He had
like he
choice.
would
You're
like he
right.
would turn the stone to bread.
You're sure
Mm.
That
right.
was his
He did
first
have
temptation.
choice.
Turn the stone to bread.
Mm.
Would he do that? Yes, he could have
But
done
because,
that.
what was it, because of empathy and
But
grace?
but he chose not to. And so because his example is so profound. Why? Because even though he's God, he relied on his Father which is in heaven.
Mm.
So that's all we need to do.
So
That's
he's
all
our
we need to do.
example. Yes. He's our example.
Rely upon him which is in heaven. That's all. That's all.
Yes.
Rely upon him. So that's why Paul said we have to die daily. We have to
Yeah.
die to self. We have to die to ego and let Christ fight our battles.
Yes, sir.
Because you see, we want to fight our own battles, that's because if I have a gun now and a man attack me, I go take it out and shoot him. We want to fight our own battles. You understand? I go and defend myself. Goes without saying. So,
Yes, Lord.
how can we be humble? That's the hardest thing for any person on the planet to do,
Mm-hmm.
to be humble.
Mm-hmm.
Hardest thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody want to puff up them chests and show that, I am, who I am. Huh? You know who I am. That's
Like
that,
Grumpy.
that's most people, you know. When you have nothing, who you're talking to.
Yeah.
So it's all about humility. Humility.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank you.
beautiful. Queen, Doctor, Nadu.
Hello, Dr. Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have a question about what we are thinking about this term. Is an old term that you revive self-actualization. Don't you think that uh, it doesn't stand alone? That's why people just leave it and no one will work on it. Because if I have someone who can be a bully and I work on myself, come back, and that pressure still there, I look like a loser. So I don't want to work on myself no more. So it is the question I'm asking. What do I have to work? And then when I meet that person or a team or this community, I just go down. Yeah. Why I had to do the self-actualization. Yeah. That's my question.
Why?
Yeah.
For
Because we are
think.
living in the world of dog eat dog. And
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
when I'm in front of the dog, I cannot, I lose everything. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay. You see, when you know who you are and whose you are, then fighting over what is in this world today is neither here nor there. And that's what people are doing today. People are fighting to
well, the
gain
world
what is in this world today.
that will pass
Now,
away.
now, you see, for you and I, really and truly, for you and I, we read these things or we hear these things from the pulpit that and the word says it also that we'll be walking on streets of gold.
Yeah.
No, as far as I'm concerned, that's just a myth, really and truly. Walking on streets of
Of gold
gold. Can you imagine that?
and
No. How are you going
and
to even
emerald.
imagine that? How are you going to even imagine that? And so, that's a good story. That's a good Bible story to tell your little children them, for Bible story. But do we actually believe that there
That we're
is
gonna read.
really streets of gold that we are going to walk on? Eh? Walk on it? And we believe now that that gold is so valuable that is only a certain amount of people can have a little gold in them house. Few, just few. Some of us might have it in cryptocurrency or in some stock. Few. But for the average person, maybe some people never even see gold in them life. You see some little wash over thing and what a gold plated. A lot of people never see real gold. So we cannot fathom how are we going to be walking on gold.
Exactly.
Okay? And that becomes a challenge. And so therefore, what I can see right now, I can see that my bank account don't look good. So I am high rated on that. I can see that the job that I have is not fulfilling. So I have to fight on that. I can see that my friends, that I so-called friends that I have, most of them trying to stab me in my back. I can see that. And so that is where my energy and my fight is. Even though the word say we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. And so therefore, Queen Jacqueline Warner can never be my enemy. Never. Because that is what Christ shows. Right? King Carlton can never be my enemy. Just can't. When we have the right self-actualization, no person on the earth, on the planet, can be my enemy. And that is why Christ, in his human form, was able to say, Father, forgive them, because they don't know what they do. They don't even know what they do. Then putting me on a cross and spitting on me and this and that and that. They don't even know what they're doing. Forgive them. And that is how we need to look at life. These people, my cousin, my brother, my friend, my auntie, they don't know what they're doing when they try to fight against me. No, they don't know what they're doing. So you leave them to God. That's it. That's basically it. that's it. So therefore, you live better when those things don't trouble you. You don't carry no grudge. You don't have up people in your heart because of what they're trying to do. Because they don't know what they're doing. They're fighting to get this riches in this world and not looking at the world to come. What does 1,000 years look like? None of us know. Well, 1,000 years? What is that? We're struggling to live to 80. Some struggle to live to 50. Some even struggle to live to 10. So what does 1,000 years look like when most of us in our dispensation never even reach 100 years old? What does 1,000 look like? For a clue. What would 1,000,000 years look like? 1,000,000 years? What is that going to look like? We don't know. We can't compare it to anything. Because that's mainly what we do. We compare. We compare with others. So because we cannot compare with anything, what does 1,000,000 years going to look like? Me living 1,000,000 years, what that going to look like? We just leave it alone. That's just, like a story in the Bible. Leave that alone. But anyway, all right. That's it. Queen
Thank you. That's why
Queen
it's more
Dr.
easy
Nadu.
to, yeah. Thank you very
Mhm.
much. That's why it's more easy if you believe in God. Yeah. You are not
Beautiful.
doing the heavy lifting. He's there to do it for you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So all we have to do is surrender. And that's what we don't want to do. Submissive. You see, those words we don't have in our vocabulary,
Mhm.
to submit. Oh,
Surrender.
submit? Huh? Huh? Surrender? Huh? Surrender to who? Huh? Yeah? No. But yes, we are to surrender to God. And when we surrender to God, we will find it much easier to surrender to people, to submit to people. I see people think that submission is a bad word, especially when it comes on to relationship. So how you going to get a good relationship if
That's
you don't
another
submit?
whole story to
That's
tell.
another story.
So there you go. Eh? How you going to get a good relationship if you don't submit? How you going to do that? And yes, the word said, wives submit to your husband, but that is really twofold. Husbands have to submit to their wives.
Exactly. It's a two-way street.
It works both ways. Just like how they said, husband, love your wife.
As yeah, the wives got to love their
Wife
husband.
must love.
It's not a one-way street.
It's not a one way. It's just that I must not do it looking for it in return.
Exactly.
But the
I
society
must just
makes it
do it.
look like it's only the women. Yeah.
I see what you're saying, though, Dr.
I
Derek.
must just do it. I must just do it
Without expecting anything.
because I am to do it. Because
Yeah,
love is only to give. That's the only thing you can do with love
is give.
is give. Anyhow, you're looking to receive love. That is ego and being selfish. The only thing you can do with love is to give it. Nothing else. And so, and so, and so, my concentration or my focus is to give love, especially to my wife. Just give it. Just give. Just
Yep.
give it. Kill her with it.
Killer with the
That's all.
love.
No, 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 no. If by chance she find it appropriate also to give her love, that's all right. I welcome it. But that's not what I am to look for. And that is why it seems as if that those two statements are one-sided. Husband, love your wife.
But it also say love wives love your husband. So it's
Yes,
not
and it
one
says so
sided.
too. Yes, it says so too. Further down
Yeah, further
in
down. But
Corinthians, First Corinthians. Yes, it says so also.
you
So
can't love by yourself.
yeah, and that is why I know you come right round full circle. That is why you wonder why God created us, because love have to have someone to love,
To share. To
to
share with
share
them.
it with. Yes. So that's why God created us.
But some people I don't know.
He created them. Yes, God created all of us.
Everybody.
Unfortunately, some choose to stay on the bad side. Unfortunately, because it's a choice. You and
Some
I
just
have
don't, or
to
some of
make
them just don't
that
know
choice.
too, Dr. Derek. Some of them just don't know.
There is so much evidence
And
You
you
see,
got evidence.
our brain, yes, let me say, tell you, our brain was made with a void, a yearning, a desire, and that is why
Within
people fill it
us.
with all sort of things. People feel the desire with porn. They feel the desire with alcohol. They feel the desire with drugs. They feel the
That's true.
desire with illicit sex. They feel the
Yep,
desire with all sort of things.
you're right.
The only thing, the only person, the only one to fill the desire is God.
Jesus.
That's the only, the, when we fill our desire with
With
God,
him. Then
we
everything
good
will
to
fall
go.
in place. Is I
We
guess seek
good
ye
to
first
go.
his kingdom.
We good to go. And that is what, there you go. That is why the word says, Matthew, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added.
Everything will fall, yeah.
But we know we seek first all things and
No,
hoping and hoping
they
that
lean on
some
their own
point
we lean on our
God will
own
be added.
understanding.
Yeah.
We
At
lean
some
on our
point
own
God will,
understanding. That's what it is.
and at some point God will be added. Some point down the road before we, you know, depart or so. God will be added. But no, seek first God and everything will be added. Okay? All right. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. Nadu and Queen Jacqueline Warner.
And
Okay.
Nisha Ford.
So let me just see if there's anything in the chat. No, and any YouTube. All right, no. All right. So over to you, Queen Jacqueline Warner,
I just
for
want to
your
say,
final.
awesome presentation, Dr. Derek, on self-accusation. I think the last time I seen that chart was somewhere, I think in college, that I saw that chart about Maslow and self-actualization. That was a very important for me, because I felt if we do something for others, that's where we will be filled with self-actualization too, the service we give to others, the empathy and compassion that we have. And that's where the world needs to go back to be reminded, not go back to, but reminded of the compassion and empathy that we should have for each other, that we should be our brother's keeper. We are off track, we derailed, and we need to get back to our first love, which is God, and then everything will just be okay. There will be balance, everybody will be okay. But we'll leave it up to God. He's in charge. So let me I didn't I thought I did my conclusion, but I'm gonna do my conclusion and my closing together. Our heart was designed with wisdom and strength and resilience. What an awesome organ. Hmm? It has the wisdom in it, it has strength and resilience. God is an awesome God. We're not made as weaklings or a machine that can't function. He gave us everything. And when we care for it intentionally, we honor not only our physical body, but the life purpose placed within us. So choosing our heart health is choosing longevity, clarity, and vitality. And above all else, it's a biblical reference, above all else, God said in Proverbs 4:23, guard your heart, for everything you do flow from it. That's how important our heart is. And not only that everything flow through it, that's God, master, not masterpiece, but his symbol. You know, people always say the three sixes and all that. Well, all God looks at is our heart. So we got to take care of that heart. We have to keep it in good health. We got to keep it pure. So when God looks at it, that he will say, wow, amazing. You have been an amazing servant. You have been obedient to my word. You have honored me. You have taken care of my vessel. You know, we want a good report at the end of the day. You know, I hear Queen Dr. T said, you know, she want to have a good name. Well, just think about what we want when we stand before the King. What we want a good name, don't we want to be in good health, that we can stand strong and we can be worthy of everything he have given unto us? So guarding the heart is both physical responsibility and a spiritual calling. So when we protect our hearts through faith, wisdom, and healthy living, we actually position ourselves to live a fully, love deeply, and serve purposely life. You know, so may every heartbeat remind us that our life matters, our choices matter, and our health is worth protecting. I thank each and every one of you again. May you have a beautiful remainder of this webinar, and may you have a great and awesome week. And remember, you matters, and so does your heart. So thank you. Back to you, Dr. Derek.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner,
You're welcome, sir.
our wonderful naturopathic doctor. Mm. You see, when we really get into gear with self-actualization, everything falls into place. Personal growth, joy, and satisfaction. One of the reasons we are not satisfied and we are not joyous is because we are not living in love and forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Love and forgiveness. And so it makes it hard to even serve people because all we're looking at is me, myself, and I. We do that in relationships. We do that in our family. We do that at school. We do that at work. What can I get out of this? Let us start to spin it around. How can I help others to grow? Because the more others grow around you, is the more you will grow. The more others grow around you, is the more you will grow. Because iron sharpeneth
And
iron. Can't take plastic and sharpen iron.
Oi, Papa.
King Carlton. Mm-mm. You can't take rubber and sharpen iron.
Sharpen iron.
No. Mm-mm.
What is this is
No,
true?
not going to work. It does not going to work. You have to take iron to
Sharpen iron.
sharpen iron. Okay? Let us sharpen each other so that as we grow together,
There we go.
we will
Holly.
be esteemed together. I thank
Something.
you all very much. Peace, blessings, and enough love to everyone. Thank you for making it deep dive, globally changing lives. Please um, join the Ivan Duo tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, on Sunday, Dream Team, and at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come Monday, it will be Mindset Monday with Queen Miriam. And next week, we'll do it all over again, Tuesday and Thursday with Deep Dive. Thank you all very much. Really appreciate. And you have yourself a fabulous, wonderful, blessed weekend.
Amen.
It will be a little colder on Sunday, so bundle up, except King Carlton. King Carlton do have to bundle up. although it snowed in Tallahassee last week.
Wow.
People were crying in Fort Lauderdale at 37.
Oh,
People were crying.
wow.
It is the last days. Perilous
Yep.
times. Perilous times. You see the word tell us, perilous times. We are living in perilous times. Right?
Or the
Wars and
time of
rumors of
prophecy.
war. Matthew tell us. Wars and rumors of war, pestilence, and all these things is a
Well, look at
sign.
California, Dr. Derek.
Yeah, yeah,
The water was coming from under the earth, not above.
yeah, 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 yeah. So perilous times, perilous
Yes,
times.
indeed.
All right. So the only thing
It's
you and
God.
I need to start doing is to look up, because there's only
And pray
one
up.
place in the antediluvian world. There was only one place that men could be saved, and that is with the ark.
Mm.
There's only one place you and I can be saved ultimately, and that is in Christ. In Christ, the solid rock, we
Yep.
stand. All other ground
I sink inside.
is sinking sand. Right? Let us stand on the rock. Build on the rock of ages. Thank you all very much. Those on YouTube, especially as we bring the curtains down on deep dive, globally changing lives. We here on the meeting platform, as we know, we'll be having a little after party.
All
So
right.
bear with us as we close down the YouTube. Take care and have a blessed weekend.
All
Those on the
right.
YouTube channels.
Ciao for now.